Hey guys, morning, how you doing? Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast, where we answer the questions that we've been asked on our blogs, on our social media, on personal development, personal finance, just success, productivity, happiness, full potential. And that's what we talk about. That's what you'll hear in this space. We always appreciate you listening. And today, the question that we have today, I think this question came in sometime in around December. I can remember clearly. It was about coming about the week of Christmas, and I was just incidentally I was talking to some people about some concept that Tony Robbins always always allude to, that your physiology changes your psychology. It is easier to act your way into a feeling than it is to feel your way into acting. Meaning, if you feel down, if you feel depressed, there are things in your body that you can do with your body, with your breathing, with your physical structure that can ease the feeling of frustration, that can ease stress, all of that stuff. You know about exercising and how powerful exercises are, and working out. So this question is, it came in just as I was talking about that, and it made me think, really, really hard, because as I responded to the person, it was like the opportune time to continue to share in that vein. So the person was saying, my audience was saying, hey, Mr. Motivator, I hear all these things about success. I think there are tricks and hacks and all these things that you can do or you must do, morning routines, meditation, reading, rituals, writing your dream board, and if you write down your goals, you're more likely to reach them, and you must set goals and must be clear about them and have your why. And he don't see what's the big deal with that. You could just go hustle, and it's just about how much you get paid, and that vein was a long message. And I tell you what the problem is, and I don't think we understand that most of what you see around you is a science. Is a science because there are certain ways that your body, your brain, your mind react and respond to certain things, to different stimuli. So, and numerous research have proven this, that over time, that different music, sounds, smells, activities affect how your brain works, what happened in your brain, and what you ultimately do after that. So it's a big deal, because you cannot think on the surface, just thinking like, okay, I'm just going to wake up and then I'm just going to wake up and take on my day. I'm determined to take on my day. I'm just going to get up there, and tomorrow I have this to do, and I'm going to do it. You're not always going to do it, and you probably have proven it yourself, that you feel pumped in your mind, and you get up and you think you're going to do it, and 5 different things distract you, and before you know it, you're down, depressed, frustrated, angry, bitter, and nothing gets done. So if somebody says, prime your brain in the morning, hold a positive thought, write your gratitude list, and you think that is just mumbo jumbo, then that's why you're not winning. That's why you can't do anything, because you are thinking on the surface. You're not actually getting to the bottom of how your brain works, and how life works, and how the human experience is set up. That's how advertisers get us. That's how all these marketers trigger different responses in our minds. because they understand how the limbic system, how what they call the monkey brain works. They understand what happens when they do X and what chain it happens in. It is human behavior. It's a science. It can be studied. It has been studied. It has been researched over and over and over and documented. And those research have come up consistent again and again and again. If you just learn to accept that there is a way that the body works, there's a way that the mind works. And this is what takes place when X happens. You will give yourself a huge advantage, because these things that you hear them talking about, cold showers, meditation, sprinting in the morning, eating a good breakfast, trying to do something outside of the norm, changing your routine, they actually do have a physical impact on what your day outcome is, or how you respond to different situations and circumstances in the day, how productive you are, how motivated you feel. It works. When they say make your major decisions in the morning, your willpower deteriorates at night. Why? As soon as the night starts to fall. That's why mothers don't send their teenage daughters out in the late night, because in the morning through the day, they are making so many different decisions. So when they're pressured to do things that they're not ready to do at 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the night, they're more likely to agree, because their willpower has deteriorated throughout the day. It is not a matter of I'm going to do this. Some people think you can willpower your way into doing what you want to do. It doesn't work that way. Willpower is a muscle, and willpower is affected by many different factors. The strength and the determination that you have at 6 a.m. in the morning is different from the one that you have at 8 p.m. in the evening. These stuff just work. Don't surface think it. Understand that there's a science, that there are things that has been proven to work as far as human behavior is concerned, and start to accept that. That's how investigators solve things. They put you in a room, they watch your eye movement, they watch your foot movement, watch your hand movement, watch your face movement. They have watched hundreds of thousands of people. And it has been consistent with how the human brain reacts when a statement is true, when a statement is false, when a statement is disturbing. There are certain trends that work when it comes down to human behavior. So when you hear someone saying that, write your goals, repeat things to yourself, say it over and over and over again, your brain will accept it. Look, your brain, if you are anxious, if you think something is going to happen to you and you start to embody that feeling, your brain doesn't know the difference between you putting yourself in that state or when you're physically experiencing it. So the same type of things start to happen in the body. The cortisol levels start to raise, the prefrontal cortex start to spiral into negative thoughts, and you start to become stressed, frustrated, and anxious. Most people have anxiety and depression problem, not because of what is physically happening, but what is mentally happening to them. You must understand this. It is not a gimmick thing, it is real. So my answer to you is that when you hear these things that you need to do to change your body to behave a different way in order to get the different result, don't surface think them. And it is deeper than that, and start to understand the mind. There's a powerful book about how the mind works. I don't remember the author right now. You go on Amazon, how the brain works. You can go on Amazon and research it. It is really good. It shows you actual people in actual situations, and what is happening in each situation. As people get frustrated in the morning, as people step back from the frustration, and how they actually get to deal with these things, because they show you real life scenarios and they tell you what is happening in the brain. Do not surface thinking. You must go a little bit deeper if you want to create any result in your life. The masses are surface thinking. That's why they spiral into these problems. You see? You know, if you want to be successful, you have to think like successful people, and you have to understand how your mind works. You have to understand self, and you have to understand how the mind works. Don't ignore it, don't surface think it, don't brush down the carpet. It is real. Thank you. Always a pleasure coming to you. Stay tuned. This has been the Academy's Answers. Thank you so much.